They said it was just another July 4th. Fireworks, boats, beer, freedom. But on a tiny strip of sand called Horn Island off the Mississippi coast, an 18-year-old boy stepped off a boat named the Triton and never stepped back on. His body washed up days later. Advanced decomposition. No clear answers. No criminal investigation, officially. And now the one thing that might hold the truth, his phone, is locked in a war between his grieving parents and the district attorney. 2 witnesses swear they saw him alive after the boat left. GPS says the boat was already gone. Someone is lying. Or someone is dead wrong. This is not a drowning story. This is the story of everything they don't want you to ask. Welcome to Untold Crime Diaries. I'm your host, and tonight we open the file they tried to close. Picture this. July 4th. The air smells like salt, sunscreen, and gunpowder. 3 boats caravan out to Horn Island. One of them is the Triton. On that boat is Nolan Wells. Young, alive, wearing light blue shorts and a white shirt. You can see him in the doc video, walking, bending over, completely ordinary. They arrive. They party. The island is small. Nowhere to truly disappear unless the water takes you. Or someone helps the water take you. Around 4:30 p.m., the Triton leaves. GPS confirms it. But then the cracks appear. 2 witnesses, people who claim they've known Nolan for years, say they saw him on that island at 5 p.m. and again near 6 p.m. Positive ID. They went to investigators. They did what they're supposed to do. If those witnesses are telling the truth, the people on the Triton are cleared. If those witnesses are wrong or lying, then the timeline collapses and every person who shared that boat becomes a walking question mark. Nobody's guilty, and everybody's a suspect. That's what the lawyer said. And that sentence should chill you. Because in real investigations, when everyone is a suspect, it usually means no one has been properly eliminated. Let's talk about the body. Nolan was missing for almost 2 days before he was found on the shore. Advanced state of decomposition. The second autopsy noted it clearly. Here's what should be the first question out of every investigator's mouth. How does a young man end up in the water? Did he fall? Did he jump? Was he held under? Did he hit his head on a gunnel or a railing and slip beneath the surface while the music was still playing and the fireworks were still cracking overhead? Water in the lungs can mean drowning. It does not automatically mean accident. And yet, 6 weeks later, officials are calling this a drowning without calling it a crime scene. Officials are shrugging while a family is begging for basic transparency. Officials are moving slow while the public is doing their job for them. Tracking timelines, cross-referencing GPS data, hunting down every scrap of doc footage frame by frame. Notice that gap. The system's silence versus the public's hunger for truth. One side has gone quiet. The other side hasn't stopped asking questions since the moment his name hit the news. That gap right there? That's where injustice hides. I've seen too many cases where drowning was the first label slapped on a body so the paperwork could move. And I've watched too many families scream into the void because no one treated the scene like it could be a crime. Horn Island is tiny. Limited hiding places. Yet contamination started the moment people kept walking, boating, searching without a full lockdown. A cadaver dog, a human remains detection dog, can hit on the scent of death as early as 45 minutes to a few hours after the heart stops. Putrescine and cadaverine. The molecules of breakdown. They don't lie, but they fade. They get washed. They get trampled. If dogs were not the first thing on that island, the scent picture is already compromised. If the boat was not immediately secured, any blood, any skin, any transfer evidence on the railing is fighting wind, water, and time. And time, in this case, has already won several rounds, because nobody in a position of power seemed to be in a hurry. Now the phone. This is the torpedo. Nolan's phone is the last digital witness. Texts, snaps, photos, locations, deleted messages that might still be recoverable. A full forensic extraction with something like Celebrite doesn't just show you what's there, it can show you what someone tried to erase. The family, through their attorney, agreed in principle. We will turn over the phone. But we want an independent expert present. One extraction. Everyone watches. Chain of custody clean. No one walks away with the only copy. Then a letter came, while the parents were out of state. 24 hours. Hand it over. They couldn't comply in time. Suddenly the narrative flipped. The family isn't cooperating. They came back. They said, any day this week, give us 24 hours notice. Our experts are on standby. One examination. Together. This is not obstruction. This is a family that has watched other cases, evidence mishandled, scenes contaminated, video lost, and decided they will not hand over the last piece of their son without eyes on the process. I don't blame them. In an investigation that still hasn't even been officially called criminal, trust is already paper-thin. A grand jury may be convening. That does not mean charges are coming. It does mean someone, somewhere, thinks there are questions worth asking under oath. Let's walk the evidence like a jury will one day have to. The doc video. We see people loading the Triton around 1 p.m., activity at 3 p.m. A figure in light blue shorts and a white shirt. Many believe it's Nolan. From behind. Bending over. No clear face. In court, that video gets shredded. Distance. Angle. Lighting. Alcohol. How well did the witness actually know him that day? Sunglasses? Party atmosphere? The return trip. 3 boats went out. We have no clean public video of the Triton coming back. Different stories about arrival times on the mainland. That gap is oxygen for suspicion. The witnesses. 2 people. Known Nolan for years. Saw him at 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. If true, the Triton group is out of the hot seat for the actual moment of death. If false, we have either mistaken identity on a crowded holiday island or something darker. Eyewitness memory is fragile. How far away? What was the lighting? Had they been drinking? Was anything obstructing the view? Did they come forward immediately or after the news broke? These are not attack questions. These are the exact questions every competent cross-examiner will ask. And right now, the public has almost zero detail because nobody in charge has demanded it. The cause of death. Still not locked down in the public record as foul play. Drowning is a manner that can hide a multitude of sins, or none at all. Blunt force. Struggle. Incapacitation, then water. Or a tragic, stupid, alcohol-fueled accident on a holiday. We do not know. And we do not know is the most dangerous sentence in true crime because it is also the most honest. Here's what keeps me up about this case. 6 weeks out, and the public posture is still no criminal investigation. Yet a grand jury whisper exists. The phone is still not fully extracted in a joint, transparent process. Witnesses exist but remain unnamed and undetailed in open reporting. The boat group took polygraphs according to some statements, or didn't, according to their lawyer. That contradiction alone should make you sit up straight. When lawyers start carefully distancing their clients from polygraphs while other voices claim they all passed, the fog thickens. I am not here to convict anyone. I am here to refuse the easy story. The hardest story is young guy, holiday, conflicting timeline, missing digital evidence control, delayed full forensic response, family forced to fight for transparency while grieving, and a community that just wants it to be over. True crime is not entertainment when the body belongs to someone's child. It is a demand for the full truth. Because a phone doesn't forget. A beach doesn't keep secrets forever. And a drowning report written in a hurry has a very short shelf life when the family refuses to let it dry. Now I need you. Drop a comment right now. I don't care if it's one word. Do you believe the 2 witnesses? Yes or no? And why? Do you think the phone will show deleted messages? Do you think this stays a non-criminal drowning? Or do you think a grand jury is the first domino? I read every comment. The best theories, the sharpest questions, the people who actually bring receipts, those comments shape the next episode. If you are local to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, if you were on Horn Island on July 4th, if you have even a scrap of video or a memory that doesn't match the official quiet, reach out. Report it the right way, through the proper channels, without destroying chain of custody. Like this video if you want the next part the moment the phone extraction happens or new witness details drop. Subscribe and hit the bell, because Untold Crime Diaries does not do drive-by coverage. We stay until the silence breaks. Share this with one person who still thinks drowning is the end of a story. It isn't. Nolan Wells was someone's son. He deserves every question we have the courage to ask. This is Untold Crime Diaries. We don't look away. I'll see you in the next one.